Hey guys, how's it going? This is Xenox Gamer here, and first off in this video I have a few things to say before I get started. One of those things is there's a webcam. There we go. So videos are going to be a little bit better, going to be a little bit more personal. I'm going to get used to talking into a webcam, which is going to be a little weird. Second thing, hope everybody had a great holiday, and hope you got to see a lot of your family, eat some good food, got some wicked cool presents, that sort of thing. I know I had some great fun going home. As you can kind of tell, I'm a little sick as well. I've been sick since last Friday, so bear with me on the whole voice thing. I might end up coughing. I'll mute my mic, so thank you for your patience and all that kind of stuff. Secondly, or third, I guess, Happy New Year's, everybody. We made it. It's 2013. Hopefully this year's a good one for everybody. And one thing I want to say as well before I get started is thank you to all the viewers that I've had, and of course, first time I do this, phone goes off. Anyway, interesting. It's my birthday tomorrow, so it's gonna be pretty cool. And thank you very much to all the subscribers and anyone who has rated my videos, left me a comment, anything like that. I greatly appreciate it. I want to basically give this channel a good go. I want to do better videos. As I said, was starting with this one, the first one, with the webcam and that sort of thing. I know it's going to get a little weird for me to get used to that, but hopefully it adds a little bit more to the videos. I might start streaming sometime later on, provided financially things are okay. I want to buy an XSplit license, and I was looking into it, but we'll see how that goes. So today's video, League of Legends content for you. I'm happy to be back home because I can actually play some League. I was gone for a little while, and then I was working, and then I've been sick, so it's been an interesting couple weeks. This video, what I want to talk about, some very basic things. So I want to talk about Smartcasting, I want to talk about the UI, and I want to talk about keybinds, and then they're all pretty much related in the same way, except for the UI is a little weird in there. But sorry about that. My throat is really sore, so okay, so Smartcasting, UI, and keybinds. Let's start off with the UI because that's the easiest one. So we'll go into the options here. So there's a few different options. So you have your video, interface, sound, more options, keybinds, whatever. Let's go in the interface. So you have some pretty cool things here. Now, your floating combat text you can change to see whatever you want. If you want to see your mana, the status, the quests, depending on the map you're on and playing. Your healing, your damage, gold. You can customize that to whatever you want to see, whatever you feel like seeing over here as well. It's personal preference. Sorry, I'm gonna cough here. Okay, so then you have your HUD scale. So what this changes is this stuff right here, your map and your abilities, and then your portrait and stuff like that. So you can see, we'll put this down really low, that it makes them very small. It gives you more map space. So that's one thing that you can use this to as well. Yeah, I'll become active, relax. Alright. So, yeah, so it gives you a lot more map room, which is pretty cool. And all that good stuff. So that's one thing that you can use if you like this. I personally, I don't like it that small. I don't mind seeing a lot more of my stuff. Gives me better timers and stuff like that. So the next thing is your chat scale. So you can change the chat box in there. And then the mini-map. This one is really important, I find, because that's how small the map can be, which is kind of a big pain in the ass. And the bigger the map, the better, because it just makes it so it's easier to see where champions are, and hopefully if it takes up a little bit more of your screen, you pay attention to it a little bit more, because map awareness is really good. Next thing, more options. Now this is a more important one. Excuse me. So you can change things. I honestly haven't done too much with this. You can put on Smartcasting range indicators, so when you are Smartcasting, you can actually see the range of the ability as well, but you're still Smartcasting it. And some other things. There is it in here? Unless they got rid of it, which would be pretty awesome. But anyway, cooldown display, you can change that to seconds, minutes and seconds, or simplified version, stuff like that. I just use minutes and seconds. Some other things, you can flip the minimap. So that flips it over to your left-hand side, so if you're used to that, I know some players like doing this. If any of you watch any of the pro scene or anything like that, Scar does this. Link115 does this as well. But I tried it, and it's really hard because I'm constantly looking at the right-hand side because I've been playing, you know, like 2,000 games on that side. So it's a little hard to get used to. You can change your mouse speed. You can show all chat. This is something I just have disabled because it just makes my games a lot easier. I don't really feel like doing that stuff. So there's some things in there as well. They did have one, they changed the UI, but there was one before where they used to have these, part of the UI that here was actually blocking it, but since Season 3 they actually updated that. So that's not there anymore, but that was a big one that kind of blocked a lot of the screen for no reason. So, yeah, that was kind of irritating. Anyway, so there's just a few things in the UI you can kind of switch around to your preference, whatever you like. There's some stuff here that you can also look into. So this just gives you a more detailed view of your stats and stuff like that. There's keybinds for this as well, so this is just C. There's pings, so there's G, which is your ping, and then your V ping is signals to be careful and all that kind of stuff. You can get in the options through here, or you can just press escape, whatever you want to do. Or you can change your camera settings. So there's some keybinds and stuff. So I want to get into that just before I get into Smartcasting a little bit more, because they kind of go hand in hand. And the one thing I want to stress more on keybinds is for active abilities. So your active abilities, I have mine. Here we go. So I have mine Smartcasted. That's really important because, as you can kind of see, I'll show you, with Lee Sin's ult, because it's a targetable ability, you have to press R, and then it gives you this range indicator and this little crosshair thing. And then you would click on someone, and you would left click, and then the action would actually happen. If you're Smartcasting, you can just click your alt over top of whoever your mouse is hovering on. So your active abilities, like if you have something like Gunblade, for instance, it's not too big of a deal with Shurelya's and Randuin's and those kind of actives that aren't targetable, but things that are like DFG and Gunblade and that sort of thing, it will help you out, because instead of clicking on the person and then the action going through, you can just hover your mouse over whoever you're already attacking anyway. And that happens with a lot of abilities. For example, Lee Sin's ult. His W as well is the same way, and it gives you that. And then you have the Q. So right now I don't have any hands on the keyboard and my indicator's up. And you can aim this however you like and kind of get that precise hit and stuff like that. I used to play like this a lot before. I never really liked it that much. But you can see I have to click through all that stuff, and it's not too bad. It's not saying that Smartcasting is that much better. Again, for any of you that are into the pro scene or anything like that, or don't know, there is a mid player named Froggen. He actually plays without Smartcasting, and he's arguably probably one of the best mids in the world. So it's really hard to say what's better. It's more personal preference. For me, I like Smartcasting a lot more, and it just makes things a lot easier. So a big reason why is those targetable abilities. When you have something like Lee Sin's ult or whatever, it doesn't really matter what it is. Skill shots are a different thing. They're a little bit harder to get used to because you have to kind of know the range of the abilities, and that comes with time when you play the game. But things that are targetable, even Ignite as well, Exhaust, that sort of thing, it's just going to make that a little bit faster for you. And if you're already hovering over the champion anyway, like with your Smartcasting, it's like you're going to be clicking on them anyway, right? So I just ignited, boom, oh, flop the Q. Anyway, point being, it is personal preference. have been playing this way for a long time, and it has actually made me better at the game. I do enjoy it a lot more. Reasons why you'd probably want to switch, well, the biggest one is those targetable abilities. They are going to be a lot easier for you to do something. If you're going to ignite a certain target, if you're going to exhaust someone, if you want to get your ult on somebody in particular, it saves that little bit of time. And in League of Legends, if you can shave off anything, or getting that clutch ult, or that perfect ignite, or exhaust, or whatever, those things can change the game. It's just personal preference. So if you guys don't actually smartcast, and you do, let me know in the comments how it kind of goes for you and that sort of thing, or if you're having any troubles. It does take some time. I also use a Razer Naga, so I have 17 buttons of keybinds that I can smartcast as well. So my potions I just have on number 5, so I don't actually have to click anything with my left hand. I can keep that on QWER and use A and S and stuff like that to attack, move, and stop. So keybinds are really important because they allow you to do abilities in which you don't have to click on anything. Like, I've actually seen some players that would click their ability and then use that. That is, I don't know how someone can play like that, because you're constantly looking at this like you're really slow to do your stuff. I mean, like, when you can just use your smartcast, it's a lot easier. But I have my potions. I usually have them in the second slot, and then wards over here. And then for the most part, I don't play supports. Now with Season 3, supports are a little weird because you can have 5 actives if you want. So you basically have a bunch of other buttons that you should probably smartcast and have keybound just so you can use them when you need to. Because the last thing you want to be doing is running away from an opponent and then clicking down here to get your potion and then keep going again. You might as well just keep running, and being able to smartcast and stuff like that is going to help you out. Sorry about that. So other than that, it's not a very not so much detailed, but it's just something that you should probably end up trying, or if you already do, perfect. It will help you with the game. If you are a very new player, I would stick to just the indicators for now, because as I said, with something like skill shots, they would actually bring up the range, which is something that you need to get used to anyway. But after you've played a little while and you can make the transition, definitely just start playing with it. It is going to be a little bit difficult to get used to, but once you start getting used to that, it is going to actually make things a lot easier for you. You're probably going to enjoy the game a little bit more that way, and hopefully it'll increase your gameplay. If anything makes you a little bit better of a player, then that's good. You want to cut all the stuff that doesn't and try and weed out the things that you did wrong, or the things that you can improve on. And if smartcasting your abilities helps you out, then great, that's perfect. And that's kind of the point of this video. So again, I just want to say thank you everybody for all the viewers that have been watching the videos, everybody that's subscribed so far, everyone that's commented, that's rated and stuff like that. I do appreciate that. That's why I make these videos. I'm not in this to make money. I just like making videos like this and getting comments and feedback, and hopefully helping people out. Hence why most of my videos are guides. I will be uploading a COG pentakill tonight as well. It's not going to be anything spectacular. It's kind of funny, but it was an ARAM. It was the first penta I got. First game I played actually in 2013, so I was actually just really, it was pretty funny. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll let you guys go. But if you haven't subscribed already, I would love it if you did. Please comment down below. Let me know how Smartcasting goes for you if you're trying it out. If not, if you just want to say hi, I do respond to pretty much 99% of all the comments. And if you want to rate it, that'd be perfect. And thank you guys. Hopefully 2013 is good for you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye.